my name is Melissa, and you are tuned in with We Are Jersey Magazine. And I have here with me Sour Scoop.
Peace, peace.
What's going on?
What's up, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good. How you feeling?
No complaints, man. Gotta be here, you know.
Awesome. Feeling blessed. So, what can you tell us about yourself?
You know, up-and-coming artist, you know, out of Jersey, representing North New Jersey, Essex County, Union County, the whole area. You know, just out here putting in work. Been doing it for a minute. Been rapping about like 10 years. Dropped 7 albums in the last 6 years. My latest album is The Incomparable. You can check it out on all platforms.
Awesome. So, that was a lot. Let's go ahead and let's dive into it. So, you said for about 10 years, right?
Yeah, I've been rapping for about like 10 years. Rapping forever, but taking it serious, you know, about 10 years.
That's awesome. So, you had said rapping for forever, but taking it seriously for 10 years.
Yeah.
When was that switch for you? When did you realize, like, yeah, it's going to take off. I'm going to take it seriously.
It was maybe like 2010, you know. I just, you know, put out a couple little mixtapes, you know, that just were locally, you know, spread out around amongst me and my friends, you know. So I just put out a couple little mixtapes. I had like an album called a 2090s album. A 2010 90s album. So it was just a mixtape, me and a couple of my homeboys just rapping on. Shout out to Taj Mahal. You know, we put it out, you know, rapped over a couple of beats or whatever, industry beats, and I put it out. And that was just the beginning. That let me know, okay, if I was sit here and organize the beats, organize the flows, put verses together, that I could put a project together. So that just set me up for my first project, Part of My Back One. I dropped that in September 2013.
Wow, so what can you speak on your growth as a musician from 2013, 2010 to 2020 now?
You know, just song formation. Like, when I first began, I just had a whole lot of verses and would take this verse from here, take this verse from here, pick a beat and kind of put it together. But now, you know, it's more like song formation. I hear a beat and, you know, pick up a concept and then just write the rhymes with it. Like, everything is more like organic now instead of, you know, taking this from here and this from there and just putting it together, you know?
Definitely. And I know you also mentioned having more content, right?
Yeah, definitely more content. You know, back then, you know, I was a young guy. I was rapping like in high school, middle school. I always had bars, but, you know, as a young guy, you know, my life was limited. You know, I'm not really out here, you know, on the porch. And just, you know, not sheltered, but I was outside hanging, but not really out here. But, you know, the older I got, the more I was exposed to, you know, that kind of, you know, gave me a little bit more. You know, I kind of developed an identity for myself, and then now I've been through experiences. I got shit to talk about. I got, you know, been through things, you know. Mm-hmm. So now I have content and I have substance to rap about, things that I've, you know, been through, you know.
And that's how we now have the comfortable.
Yeah, right, definitely.
And so let's talk about the album. What was that like? I know you were working with a Grammy-winning producer, right?
Yeah, I work with Scram Jones. Shout out to Scram, you know. He's a dope guy. You can check him out on Shady 45 every week. I believe it's Saturday from 6 to 8. But he's a great guy. Went up to New Rochelle, out to a spot, listened to beats. He recorded me. He's just a great guy, you know. A lot of good stories, you know. Gave me stories and intels about him working with, you know, everybody from Rick Ross to Nori and Prodigy and Tragedy Gaddafi. You know, just had a lot of good, you know, a lot of good stories, a lot of good information, you know, just gave me a lot of direction. Shout out to him.
Definitely, that's dope. That's definitely dope. So what was it like to pick his brain? Like, what was that feeling like?
It was cool, it was cool. You know, he's just a regular guy, you know, so we just went in, you know, very, you know, genuine guy, honest guy. We picked out beats, you know, came through, recorded, you know what I'm saying, and it was cool, you know. I also worked with Monstar Beats. He's like my in-house engineer. Like, Monstar's engineered like all of my albums to this point. He's even featured on maybe like 3 or 4 albums. He produced a track. I got this producer from Queens called 40 Don, awesome guy. He produced 2 tracks. A gentleman from Connecticut called Method the Pro now, he produced a track. You have my man Narcissus out of Switzerland. He produced a track. And then you also have my man from North Carolina, Jay Pilot. He produced a song called Flies to the Pilots. And I want to give him a shout out as well. So we had a lot of, you know, a nice range of producers from all walks of life, you know, all parts of the country. And they just came together for the project and it came out pretty dope.
That's dope. That's dope. That's much love too.
Word.
For real. And which song would you say is the one closest to you of this album?
Alright, so, this being my favorite album, like I really like all of the songs off of the Incomparable album. The one that would stick closest to me would,
yeah, it's a hard choice.
yeah, it is a hard choice. I would say Great Space. We just shot the video for Great Space. Y'all can check that out right now on YouTube. The video is out now. Great Space. Just how the song came together. It was produced by Monster Beat. That's my engineer. So one day I had a session. I recorded. I was recording some songs either for the Incomparable or for the Cars, Clothes, and Hoes mixtape. And I had finished my recording session, and he played a couple beats. So he said, "Okay, I'm playing beats, but these are beats that I sent away for the industry. So I'm gonna let you hear them, but they're kind of off limits." So I said, "Okay." So I heard one that I really liked. He said, "It's off limits." I said, "Well, what's the name of it, just in case?" So he said, "Okay, it's beat 150. So I wrote down beat 150, even though it was off limits. You know what I'm saying? I knew, but I just really liked this beat. So maybe 6 months later, I'm still recording different songs for the Incomparable and for the Cars, Clothes, and Hoes album, whatever. And I said, "Yo, whatever happened with those beats that you said you gave away to the industry? Did they ever bite?" He said, "Nah." So it was 150 available and happened to be available. And that song turned out to be the song Great Space, yo. So it's just, Great Space is basically talking about just accepting who you are and what you are for right now. Not saying that this is it, not saying that this is where you're gonna end up being forever, but just accepting it, knowing that you have to go through here to get to where you eventually wanna be at. So it's just a song about acceptance. So, everyone has to understand acceptance of some part of their life or another life, you know what I'm saying? So that's why that song pretty much sticks out.
Most definitely. I agree with you said with you have to be able to learn yourself and accept yourself.
Definitely.
Why do you feel like it was important for you to put out that message?
Just for myself, just going through things on my own, as far as just with life, being a parent, or just the discouraging issues that you got to go through, just trying to be an up-and-coming artist, and maybe you're not getting the right amount of likes or the right amount of views, or friends not liking your music or sharing your music, and you just getting discouraged. But just it's okay. Like, you understand what I'm saying? You can't be discouraged, even though it can be discouraging. You just can't let that get the best of you. You just gotta always put your best foot forward and go the extra mile. And with persistence and hard work, the right doors open,
Most definitely. And I feel like that's a very important message to preach, especially when coming from a community like North,
Yeah, definitely, because it's a lot of, it's a lot of defeat, it's a lot of death, it's a lot of broken dreams, You just want to uplift and encourage and just, encourage people just to do the right thing and just to go hard, because, there are better days coming, and opportunity is not far. You just gotta just program and redirect your mind to, think about what you want instead of the things that you don't want,
Most definitely. And so can you say that you feel like you can be that positive influence and impact in work?
I can, but at the end of the day, like, I'm not perfect, and that may be a good thing too, because I've been through things, like, I have a criminal record, I've been shot before, I've been in, and compromising situations, and I survived it, So at the end of the day, hopefully someone could look at me and, and I could be an example for someone, understand what I'm saying? I am a father, and I'm a full-time dad. Like, my kids live with me full-time, so it is rough. Like, I'm not, I have like one of the lines in the song Great Space. I'm a full-time father, but I transformed to a rap artist on the weekend. That's like exactly how it is. Like, I'm a full-time dad. Like, right now, my kids are home doing homeschooling now. Like, I FaceTime them after this, but it's real. And it's about being responsible, and it's about handling responsibility. And and that's what it's about. So I feel like I can lead by example and show the youth how to handle responsibility.
Most definitely, and that is important. So what can we see coming from you, with all that being said, in the next couple of years?
Just more music, just growing up music. Like, I'm just trying to, you can hear like the tone of my music. I really don't talk about violence. I really don't talk about certain things like getting money, getting fresh, but certain things I'm just trying to stick away from because my kids are getting older and they do like to listen to the music, and I just want to have a good message along with it. Like, you know, like the other day, you know, we're in the car riding around and I said, okay guys, what's you guys' favorite artist? And they said one of the artists, I think maybe the Baby, a Little Baby, and I played it on. I found maybe like the edited version. And I don't really like the message. Like, the kids like it, but I can hear certain things, like, about women. I can hear certain, you know, pill names and stuff like that. The kids may not understand what it is, but I understand it. You know what I'm saying? And being that I love and care about them, I may not want them listening to stuff like this. So that kind of put me in the mindset that I want to be careful what the message that I'm putting out here, too, because I don't want to, you know, if I don't like the message that the Baby is giving to my children, I need to be careful about the message that I'm giving to someone else's children as well. You feel me?
Yeah, most definitely. And that's based on our responsibility.
Yeah, definitely. We all have a responsibility to our own children, just to the community, and to the world as a whole. We all have a responsibility just to do right by each other, you know?
Yeah, most definitely. So with that being said, what are your social handles so that everybody can know where to follow you?
Yeah, you can follow me everywhere on all platforms at Sour Scoop, Soursscoot, and that's everywhere. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Check me out. I'm on, check my music out. I got 6 albums out right now. You can check them all out. They're on all platforms, from iTunes, Tidal, Spotify, Google Play, wherever. Just check me out. You know, I won't let you down. I got a dope playlist, got some dope songs, dope albums, dope futures. Just check me out.
Well, so we gotta check out somebody who dropped 6 albums in 7 years.
Word.
So again, I thank y'all for tuning in with We Are Jersey Magazine. Again, my name is Melissa, and this is Sour Scoop.
Peace, thanks for having me.
Y'all be easy.
Peace.
Turned Up Entertainment.